We are putting our overlanding setup to the absolute test. Join us for the next 6 days as we traverse through the Cedarberg mountain range, exploring some of the most secluded private campsites the Cederberg has to offer. Welcome to another episode of Simply Overlanding. We are at the Enjo Nature Farm turnoff at the moment. We've just come from Clan William, which is about 53 kilometers that way. The road to Wupperthal, which we'll be taking tomorrow, leads out over the mountains over there. So we are here at the moment, and we are going all the way along this road to our first stop, which is Enjo Nature Farm. Really looking forward to it. We have just arrived at Enjo Nature Farm, and what a lovely bunch of people. Super warm welcome, very friendly, took us on a bit of a tour on the farm, and we'll show you around in a second. And they've booked us in at campsite number 1, which is on the Biddo River. I'll pan the camera around now in a second and just give you a tour of that. But lovely shaded, as you can see, under a bit of thorn trees, beautiful birds' nests, and just a lovely little place and a lovely little campsite that we have here.
While we enjoy the campsite, I thought I'll take you through our draw system and how we pack it. Earlier in the video, I mentioned that we are spending the next 6 days exploring the Cederberg, and during this trip we really want to test ourselves and push ourselves to see if we and our setup can last for 6 days without stopping and topping up at any convenience shop. So how do we do this? In our top drawer we have all of our long life products. So you'll find our milk, our coffee sachets, our first aid medikit, as well as some equipment like our camping lights, as well as our pots and pans and our cleaning products, together with a few dry vegetables. In the bottom rack, this is our convenience drawer. What we have here is we have all of our spices for cooking and braaiing. We have our alcohol, we have our snacks, and then things like coffee, tea, as well as our eggs. Of course, we run the 50-litre fridge. We run this as a fridge, and in the back seat we have a 30-litre freezer for ice and for our frozen meat product. If you'd like to check out our full camping setup, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. During this trip we are busy filming a short video on our whole camping setup, so if you'd like to check it out, please subscribe. It will come out shortly. Some people say the first thing you do when you get to a campsite is pitch your tent. I completely disagree. You first have a dop. Cheers. Like it. If you'd like to find out more about Enjo Nature Farm, please keep a close eye out for our full review on their campsites coming out shortly. For now, their contact details, websites and location can be found in our full description below. Good morning, day 2 of our adventure, and we have just taken a last stop here at Enjo Nature Farm, and we are on our way to Cedarberg Wines to do a bit of wine tasting. But first, a lovely hour-and-a-half route through Wupperthal, through Eselbank, and hopefully there'll be some waterfalls for us, or at least some rock pools to have a lovely picnic. Behind me, you'll see the town of Wupperthal, consisting of about 150 to 200 people. It was actually formed by Louis Leipoldt's great-grandfather or grandfather. The town is a small missionary village that makes its living off of growing fynbos, which is found naturally in the Cedarberg Mountains, and also a very small farming community. In the past, they were known for their veldskoens and manufacturing of veldskoens, and we're going to take a drive through the town in a moment to see if the factory is potentially open. There's also small coffee shops, a place where you can buy just 1 or 2 basic supplies, and also a beautiful church which is sometimes open and you can go pop your head in there. Standing here at the graves of the Leipoldts, and it's just so interesting to walk through these graveyards and just to sense the amount of history behind these places and these small towns in South Africa. And it's just something I absolutely love about South Africa and these small little towns found throughout our beautiful country. It's really amazing. And walking through these type of grave sites, it has a particular aura about it, and I encourage you guys to do it. Stop at these small little towns. We've probably spent about 45 minutes just exploring this really small little beautiful town, and I encourage you all to get out there and do it. After exploring the charming town of Wupperthal, we departed via the southern route, heading in the direction of Ceres. Shortly after leaving the town, the Isel Pass begins, marked by a steep incline to your right and a sign indicating 4x4 required. While a 4x4 vehicle isn't strictly necessary to navigate this pass, it is steep and the gravel and concrete sections are badly eroded. A high clearance vehicle will handle the route comfortably, but be prepared for the section to take at least an hour and a half to complete. The route is truly stunning with dramatic drop-offs and breathtaking views. Eventually, it will lead you to the town of Eselbank, where it then connects you to the road that cuts through the heart of the Cederberg Mountains, guiding you towards Sundrift. So we've just completed Isel Pass, also known as Die Poort apparently, and this is the welcome to sign, and you'll find a board at the top. There's a short little gravel road which we're going to quickly have a look at that takes you to a waterfall. The waterfall is seasonal, but there are 1 or 2 rock pools that do flow throughout the year, so we're quickly going to check that. We're under a bit of time pressure. The pass took a little bit longer than anticipated, but this town here behind me, Isel Bokk, is also a missionary town, and they also make a living off of farming, particularly rooibos tea as well, which grows literally just below the houses in the fields over there. These are the beautiful little pools here at Isel Bokk. It's 31st of December and it's hot as hell and it's still flowing. So this makes for a perfect picnic spot. Have 1 or 2 drinks and a sandwich and a splash in the pool, which is exceptionally cool.
Unfortunately, due to the pass taking longer to complete than anticipated, as well as the reception at our next destination closing, we couldn't really enjoy these pools to its fullest. So we did the next best thing. We soaked up the breathtaking views for a few minutes, and then we headed out through the town of Isel Bokk towards Sundrift in order to go try out some of those amazing Cedarberg wines.
So we've just stopped at Cedarberg Wines. They're opposite Sundrift, and they actually serve as a Sundrift reception as well to Sundrift camping. So we've just bought some wine. We really enjoy the Bokk tribe wine. It's like a sweeter white wine. Not quite a Chenin Blanc, but not quite a Sauvignon Blanc. I'm not a wine connoisseur, but I definitely enjoy it. And they've got a convenient shop here. They've got toilets. And we're going to do the wine tasting, which is 120 bucks per person.
The wine tasting was an epic experience and a much welcome break after a longer than expected day of travel. The gentleman who served us was knowledgeable and passionate, which greatly enhanced our overall experience. I won't bore you with all 12 of the wines we tasted, but here are 2 short clips featuring our 2 favorite selections. And yes, judging by our faces, we might have enjoyed them a little too much.
So this wine is called Longue Vie, and it is from Chile. It is also a Sauvignon Blanc, so interested to see what this tastes like. It smells completely different. It's like look at me, all wine connoisseur now. Simply Overlanding turned Simply Wine. It's like a woody smell, like a burnt woody smell. Super interesting. Dit proe soos 'n engel het op my tong gepiepie from Longue Vie. Very lekker. I like it.
Okay, so my palate's still recovering a bit from the chili wine, but this one is the Ghost Corner Sauvignon Blanc. It's fragmented in the barrel for 10 months, and it can age for another 4-5 days. So let's see what this tastes like. Very sweet, nice smell. That is very flavoursome, very smooth. 8 out of 10.
So we've just finished the wine tasting. Again, 120 Rand per person, absolutely worth it. And we're on our way to our next destination. And this campsite is a campsite I've personally been waiting for probably for the last year and a half to 2 years. It's absolutely exquisite, and we cannot wait to get there and to share this experience with all of you. So we have finally arrived at a campsite that I've been waiting over 2 years to camp at, and it's absolutely exquisite. But before I show you the campsite and do a few drone shots for you guys, I want to show you what's been walking around our campsite, and I'm super excited about it. Just have a look at this stunning campsite. But like I mentioned, somebody has visited it before us, and that somebody is Mr. Spots, the Cape Leopard. Quickly show you, this is the beautiful campsite. I mean, it doesn't get more Cederberg than this. Camping in a cave. Phenomenal. Let me show you some spoor. It's a bit more identifiable. And it looks like Mr. Spots enjoys our campsite just as much. There you go. It doesn't get more leopard than that. You can see the back pad. There's 3. So what a leopard has, and a cat has, it's got these 3 distinctive pads at the back that make it quite distinctive a leopard. And you can see where it walked. By the size of the tracks and the spacing between the two, it looks like there's been 2 leopard. Often leopard get commonly confused with baboons. So this is a baboon track. You can see the fingers and you can see the pad is more flat, whereas a leopard, like I showed you earlier, has the 3 distinctive pads at the back and then the round footprints, or the round paw marks in the front rather. So that's just absolutely awesome. Check out this campsite, it's really cool. This is where we're going to be camping for the next few days, inside here. I can't wait to explore a little bit. So welcome everybody to Zoo Ridge Guest Farm.
Alright, so for supper tonight, we've got some lekker sausage and some pork rashers, garlic bread, and we'll make a bit of a salad as well. And there's our lovely setup
we've got new camping lights that we've installed under the awning. One red and one white. You can see the back two here. We've got two at the back of the roof rack as well, and two under the awning on that side. And you can see it's lighting up the campfires quite nicely, acting as our bright light tonight. So beautiful setting to spend the last day of 2024.
Good morning, day 2 here at Suridge, and the plan for today is just to chill and relax. It is not a traveling day, and our mission for today is to go and find some Bushman paintings. The awesome thing about Suridge is when you check in, they give you this lacquer map with a whole bunch of other instructions. And what I didn't know is you're actually the only person staying in this entire block, which is absolutely massive. I reckon it's probably close to like 10,000 hectares, which is huge. So you're truly, truly private. We are staying at the marcation number 6, which is the Lovers Lane campsite here at Suridge. And in close proximity, 3, 4, and 5 is a whole bunch of Bushman paintings, elephant rock art, and then other Bushman paintings as well, which we're going to go explore. There's also the Visser's family graveyard at number 5, which I believe is the family that moved into the property just after the Bushmen, and who used this area and farmed this area. So that's the plan now. We're going to go take a walk there, and then later on we are going to go take a drive down to these other points, which are also different types of Bushman paintings, and also different viewpoints that you can have on the farm. So looking forward to today, and looking forward to exploring this beautiful campsite and this beautiful farm.
And so we went out in search of Bushman paintings. And boy, did we find the most incredible paintings I have ever seen in my entire life. Just take a look at this. I'm standing here in front of these incredible Bushman paintings, and they're absolutely breathtaking. The detail, the colors, they tell of stories of a world that existed hundreds of years ago. As I look at them, I can't help but imagine the lives of the people who created these works of art. What did this land look like then? What animals roamed here? It's humbling to think about their connection to this very place, a connection so strong that it's still visible today. Being here, surrounded by this ancient beauty, is an experience I'll never forget.
Check how awesome this is. So the structure behind me over here is where the Visser family stayed on the actual farm and property. I can't believe it. They stayed here during the 1800s. Some of the dates on their wall is 1776, and some are even older. What's interesting about the Visser family, they obviously had interaction with the Bushmen in the area, and the information card says that they figured out how to create the same paint that the Bushmen would use to create rock art with. And this is some of their paintings that they as a family put right next to their house where they lived, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. But just imagine living here in the 1800s. What would they do? What would you do if you were here?
After spending some time at the Visser's homestead, we continued to explore the farm, finding Bushman paintings after Bushman paintings, while wandering through rock arches and breathtaking formations. This place truly commands your time, and we were more than happy to give it.
Lips on mine, I love it when we hide in the pale blue sky, floating on cloud 9. Do you feel the winds are turning round? 'Cause what goes up must always come back down. But I'll be safe in your arms, like the light in the day never part. I'm looking down With you by my side, I'll be fine. Turning round, 'cause what goes up must always come back down. But I'll be safe in your arms, like the light in the day never part. I'm looking down the line, with you by my side I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine.
While creating video for you folk, we have run out of drone battery power and I was forced to land on some random road. So we need to go and find the drone. So let's see what happens. Drone recovered. Well done, DJI. Fantastic app. Phew, that was a bit close for comfort. I mean, actually in the middle of the Cedarberg. Luckily when I was flying it I could see the road from the drone and I just positioned it onto the road, but that was quite lucky, very lucky to recover the drone. Lucky, man. So how cool is this? We're just on our way back to our campsite. If I pan up quickly, there's our campsite, you can see the car there, and look who came to check us out last night. This is a caracal. In Afrikaans they're called a rooikat. And it came through last night, and how I know that is that it's over our track of yesterday, and we came through quite late last night. We arrived at around 4:30, and yeah, his spoor is over our track. If I put an indent next to it, you can kind of tell how fresh it is. So there's an indent right now versus the indent of probably very early this morning, I would guess. But how cool is that? A little creature coming to check us out. A much better example of a leopard track, and what I wanted to show you, it's a lot more clearer on this spoor, is the back pad. And you can see what I was alluding to earlier, kind of the 3 bumps on the back pad, which is an indicator of a cat. There's you've got your 1, your 2 and your 3. And this is no doubt a leopard spoor that's come in here into our campsite and into our cave. This particular track is slightly older, but here you can see where it has walked, and as an indication, if I pan to the right, here is our beautiful campsite. So it's quite cool to see how conditioned these animals have become to human presence and how inquisitive they are by nature. But normally you don't really need to worry about leopard. They tend to stay away from you while awake or while you have your fire going. How privileged are we to sit here on top of our cave that we're camping at and watch the sunset. There's one person though that I know would absolutely love this, and his name is Mark, and he chose to immigrate to a different place. But I brought a little piece of him with us. So Mark, this is for you, buddy. Your lapel. And we are going to open up a bottle of Cedarberg wine, our favorite wine, the Bokkeveld. And we're going to share this. overlooking this beautiful valley and beautiful sunset here in the Cederberg. And know that we're thinking of you and thinking of all of our viewers as well. Our message to you guys is go out and just do it, just explore. You don't need fancy rigs, you don't need all of the equipment. Everything that you've seen on this channel doesn't require a 4x4 in. You can simply go out and just enjoy it. And that is the definition of our channel. So if this is the first time you're watching our channel, Simply Overlanding, this is what we're all about. It's dodgy footage, dodgy microphones, dodgy everything, but nothing sponsored. We pay for everything, and the point of the channel is just go out and explore South Africa, explore the wilderness, and you can do it. So welcome to another episode of Simply Overlanding. Today the exploration at Zoo Ridge continues, and today we are exploring Amber Cave. It's really cool, and it seems like the leopard on the farm enjoy it too, because there's a lot of leopard poo around, which is quite cool to see, but hopefully we don't run into any while we explore this awesome cave. Day 5, and we are leaving Zoo Ridge. I think it's always a good thing when you leave a campsite and you're a little bit sad to leave. But day 5 marks the next step of our adventure, and we are on to Skoon Gezicht campsite, which is further south. And today we slowly exit the Cedarberg region and we head into what is called the Koue Bokkevled. So another private secluded campsite, and we're really looking forward to it. We have just arrived at our next campsite, and this campsite is called Sunrun on a farm by the name of Skoongezicht. They have multiple of these private campsites that's booked out solely to you or your group, and we have the privilege of staying here today. Check out how beautiful this site is and how beautifully clean this pool is. That's just yours to enjoy. Alright, we are all set up. Quick tour of the campsite, solar panel out. Got the drawer system and fridges working overtime in the heat. And then we've put the awning out, a little green shade cloth just for the sand. And then our usual tent. So that's the campsite. And then inside here, you've got your own little fire pit, which is awesome. At the back there is the donkey for the shower. It's how you warm your water. And we are going to go have a nice little dip and swim in our private pool, which is just over there. I've said it at each campsite, but I mean, this is flippin' next level. I mean, 2 hours from Cape Town, I think it's even less, hour and a half. This view, this privacy, water, your own sites, come on man, this is absolutely next level. A bit about the campsite. There is water for you, and there is a donkey shower. And there is a toilet. However, there is no electricity, and it's mandatory that whatever you bring in with you, you need to take out with you. And the best part about it is that it's pet friendly too. So that's another amazing plus. Pet friendly, 2 hours from Cape Town, incredible, insane views, your own private pool, a little boma with a fire pit. I mean, come on. I don't think, well, personally, I have never been to another campsite in the Western Cape that ticks all of these boxes. It's just next level. If you know of a campsite that's just as good, let us know down below. Drop a comment down below. Tell us where to go and find it. But this is next level. Part of our 6-day overlanding trip was to put ourselves to the test and to put our overlanding setup to the test to see if we could last 6 days without stopping at a shop. So it's a bit of a shakedown test and a bit of a preparation for when we do tackle Botswana. So let me show you what we have left. So we've taken out the chicken and the sausage for tonight. And we've still got this completely frozen, which we'll use tomorrow for some lekker mac and cheese. Our fridge is still fairly full. We've got lekker garlic bread, mushrooms, leftover food, and a lot of vegetables and bread. Our water tank is still reasonably full. We've probably got about 30 liters left in the water tank, and mostly because our campsites have had water to clean with. We've been using our own water for drinking purposes. We still got a decent amount of snacks, coffee, milk, and the bottom we've still got a whole bunch of eggs, and then some onions and stuff like that in the bottom, and pastas and whatnot. So I think from a setup point of view, we've done really well. A full disclaimer, we stopped today in the town to pick up some ice. So on day 5 we ran out of ice. We also bought a bit of cool drink. We were running low on cool drink. We had about 3 liters of cool drink left. So full disclaimer, we had to buy ice and we had to buy a bit more cool drink. But going forward, we could probably just pack in a bit more cool drink. However, ice would be a problem. From a wood perspective, we have more than enough space on the roof rack to carry all the wood that we need. So that's not a problem at all. So all in all, pretty chuffed with our setup. And like I mentioned before, if you want to see our full setup and our full camping rig, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. We are busy filming a short video showcasing our full camping setup, which you'll be able to see soon. Hot tip for all you guys braaiing chicken out there. They say a good chicken braai is like an argument with your wife. When you think it's done, there's at least 30 minutes left. Day 6 today, and it's our last day of camping and overlanding, and Alzan is making us some lovely breakfast. Alzan, what are you making for us?
Well, like you just said, it's day 6 and we haven't actually made breakfast. So this is the first day of having a proper breakfast. We have some toast that we're going to make over there, and then some eggs with red pepper, garlic and onion, and then some bacon and leftover mushrooms in a secret sauce.
Lovely. And you didn't put too much mushrooms in, right?
Oh my gosh.
Because if you put too much in, there's not much room for anything else. Aha. I'm such a fun guy to be around. Day 7, and it's our last day. Today we headed back to Cape Town. We hope that you guys have enjoyed the last 6 days of our overlanding adventure, and today is a special day for us. It is our 6-year wedding anniversary, so we're going to soak up the last moments and enjoy it together with this beautiful pool and the champagne in celebration of our 6-year wedding anniversary. If you guys enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you've watched to the end of the video and watched up until this point, please leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought of the video. Let us know what you liked and what you'd like us to improve upon. We really appreciate your support and your following. Pop it. Don't you want to pop it?
No, go for it.
I don't want to pop it into the water though.
Pop it
Yeah, into the awning. Woo! Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Cheers, guys.
Come back down to earth. It's just as good as up there. I'm gonna keep you near, 'cause you're all I need, my dear. Do you feel the like the light in the day never part. I'm looking down the line, with you by my side I'll be fine. Yeah,